YouTube social right now and type in High Voltage News. That's in case you're not already subscribed to our YouTube page. Go to High Voltage News right now. We're streaming live. I have with me Mrs. Gozie Udemezue. She is solicitor and founder of Healing Hearts Widows Support Foundation Incorporated. She also spent some time doing some good work with WACO. And if you know anything about WACO, you would understand that she's been doing some good work for some time. And she just gave us a foundation and a background of where she's coming from. She has, from a very tender age, observed widowhood in Nigeria, and she has turned that into a helping system for these women. We're going to find out a lot from her because according to what she just said, there's been an improvement. I'm going to ask her to break that down. But you can also call into the studio live or send us SMSs and WhatsApp messages. That's to join the conversation, of course. And if you have any questions for her, any things you do not understand, you are also allowed to call in and ask those questions. Remember to keep your comments and contributions simple, clean, and civil so that we do not break any laws. You can call 0706 048 5853. Also, you can call 0915 570 8347. And you can be able to join the conversation this morning. Barrister, there is something that I want to understand. You said that there's been progress. So you mean that some of those weird things we used to see, someone my age, I got to see a fair share of mistreatment of women. There's the shaving of the hair, the denial of properties and kids, and things like that. Are you saying that some of those practices are nowhere to be found?
No. I didn't say they are nowhere to be found.
Okay.
They are still there, but not as much as it used to be. For instance, the shaving of the hair is not as it used to be done. There are churches who have stepped in, like in Anambra State. I know an Anglican diocese who don't allow the shaving of the hair.
They don't
allow it. So if you are a member, you don't do it. There are churches who will not require you to wear white.
Okay.
Now, I witnessed the shaving of the hair of widows in the 80s.
You saw the thin line?
Yes, because I used to attend funeral with Mama, and she would say to me, sit here, don't move. And me, I'm not the person you say don't do, because I'll be curious enough to do, to know why. So when she said don't do, once she left, I'll sneak in and watch. They use blade, some local blade, and as they use razor, and those widows have cuts. You see blood. I saw it by myself, you know. But now,
so much
aggression, and then I remember hearing them talk down on the widows in my language.
Why do you think that is? Why?
You know, some of them are envious. You know, some of them
envious.
Yes, because for instance, a widow who used to be glamorous and all of that, when they shave her, you hear them those days say, "Hey, oh hey, your husband is dead. Now come and start doing that shakara again." You know, those kind of things. Hey, keep your head properly. They'll push the person and push the person. I saw that. That was what made me to start praying as a child, asking God. I didn't want to be widowed. Now, I have also attended funerals and stayed in during the shaving of the hair of widows. At times, I get invitation. Oh, this one will be buried so sad. So this man will be buried. The wife is under threat. This, that. I might need to be there. Now, they don't do all of that using razor. Because it's dangerous for a diabetic person. What about the cut? Will it ever heal?
Will they heal?
And then those days, they will have something like a local sharp thing in those days. They will use it for different people. You can't do it now because of HIV. So in that regard, yes. Do they still evict widows? Yes. Do they still dispossess them? Yes. But now widows are smarter. And some men also are becoming smarter. Let me give you an example. One of the major things my work with WACO did for me, apart from that exposure that he gave me and the knowledge that I acquired, was my husband being, what will I call it now? He was sensitized because I shared the stories with him. At times I'll come back from the police station and say to him, oh, see what happened to this widow. They took her house, blah, blah, blah.